Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Depending on where you are in this world, God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today I have a public service announcement that I'd like to present. There are reports coming out of California and also across the entire United States that people are following women home with their groceries and they're stealing their groceries. They're not there robbing them of their jewelry, their TVs, their purses. They're taking their food. So when you go to the grocery, please be careful. Be aware of what's going on around you. Who, if anyone, is watching you. Who is uh, following you out to the parking lot. When you get ready to leave the parking lot and you're in your car, drive around the parking lot a little bit and see, is anyone following you? When you're on the way home, when you go home, don't always take the same way home. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll follow you a couple of times and they'll go and be waiting for you at your house. So you want to be very careful. Don't shop at night if if it's absolutely necessary, please take someone with you. And that goes for men as well. This is not just a woman thing. Consider that you may be at the hardware store and you're buying up a bunch of things that you need in preparation for your gardening, or you're working on a project and you just bought a bunch of wood. Maybe you've been to the ammo shop and you've bought a lot of ammo. Maybe you've been at the gun shop and you just got a new gun. There are people everywhere following people home and robbing them of what you and I may call preps, and just your groceries, just what you bought that day. So beware if you are out there buying cases of food that you're not being followed home, that you're not going to become a statistic. There was an elderly woman in California who was robbed of her groceries and they killed her. So this is a very serious thing, and with the prices of food going up and up and up, more and more people are going to start becoming desperate for food. So we want to make sure that we're being smart, that have our head on a swivel, that we're paying attention, that we're not on our phone talking to somebody when we should be looking around and watching to see who's following you. Put your camera on if you want, and have it so that you can see behind you and watch around behind you. Who, if anyone is following you to your car, is anyone, did they come out of the store the same time you did? Was there somebody in the store that was following you around that may have telegraphed to someone in the parking lot that you're coming out to watch for you? You're wearing a pink top and black pants, blonde hair, whatever. They could describe you. You're coming out the door. They're looking at you. They watch and see you go to your car. They see you there, maybe you got a kid in the basket. You take the kid out and you're trying to get him in the car, and they come by and take all your groceries. I mean, don't leave your baby sitting in a basket. You want to make sure that you're being smart and you're being safe. Think about what you're doing. When you get home, if you have little ones and you get out of the car to get them into the house, take them into the house and have them inside while you're taking your groceries back from the car into the house. Another suggestion that I heard was, if you're in a neighborhood and you're new there and you don't know your neighbors, then put your groceries into like rubber totes in the back of your car so that your neighbors aren't seeing you bringing in 50 bags from the grocery store. Um, and so that way you can protect yourself from that way as well. And don't tell people what you have. It's not time any longer to try to convince people that they need to prepare. You know, I'm retired and I have a few things that I was able to get, that could hold me up for a couple of weeks should I get into trouble. But we need to be very careful about what we say we have, what we say we're doing, who we are talking to. Trying to convince family members at this point that they need to prepare, it's starting to dawn on them. And if you've been after them and they know that you have things that you've stockpiled food-wise or weapon-wise or bullet-wise or tool-wise, then you need to be very cautious when you see them coming. Because people are going to start needing food, and it's going to become a war zone for you to go to the store and come home and safely get it into your house, and then to keep it in your house and keep it, safe, and keep yourself safe while you're in your home if someone's followed you home. So like I'm saying, don't go home the same way each time. Put your groceries in rubber totes that you can carry the tote inside versus carrying all the bags in a few at a time. What's the other thing? Don't shop alone. Don't shop at night. If you can help it, don't go at night because you're really have hard time seeing what's around you, who's following you, if there's a car behind you. And some people say, well, you should drive to the police station. Well, I got news for you. Most of the time, there's no one at the police station. They're all out on patrol. Use your phone and call 911 if you see someone following you. And just keep driving. Don't stop. Make sure you're on a road that you know isn't going to dead end somewhere. And then once you're on the phone with the police, then, tell them where you are exactly, which way you're going. And if they tell you where you should go or where they are and where you can go meet up to them, then listen very carefully to those directions so that you're not in a panic. Don't panic. Panic's the worst thing you could do because then you're not thinking straight. You have to get in a survival mode in the way that you are so focused on becoming or being safe or getting to a place where you are safe. And so that's what you need to do. If you notice someone following you, do not go to your house. Call 911 and tell them, you just left such and such grocery store. There is a car behind you that you have made several turns and they continue to follow you. So that they understand that you're not just being paranoid. This car is actually following you, or truck, or van, or SUV, whatever it may be, that they're following you, and you're very worried for your safety. And so you can meet the police officer somewhere, or maybe they'll tell you to go to the station and that there will be officers there to meet you. But pay attention to what you're doing when you're leaving the store, when you're preparing to leave the store, When you are in the store shopping, is there somebody there without a basket, or they have a basket and they have like two things in it, and every turn you make, they're there? That does happen sometimes. But, go down the aisle where you have to buy your feminine products and see, are they following you? Is it a woman? Is it a man? Are they alone? Do they have other people with them? So we cannot be too careful these days now. We have to be on guard at all times. When you go into your home, lock your doors. If you come home and your door is unlocked, do not go into the house unless you're expecting your family to be in there. And then, you can always call on your phone and say, go back to your car, get in the car, and call whoever you think may be in the house and say, are you in the house? Because the front door is unlocked. What did I tell you about leaving that door unlocked? I know a lot of people, a lot of families, they have kids coming in and out of the house all the time, and they don't lock their front door. That's a very dangerous habit at this point in time. Anybody can just walk up to your door. We already know that there are people that follow the delivery trucks and pick up packages after the delivery driver has dropped them off. So as always, guys, think cautious, think safety, think about your well-being. Can you afford to replace those groceries? And as always, I love you.